this was the last time that I was putting so many hours of work on creating a tutorial. If the launch doesn't go through, I'm done creating anything for SolidWorks or for my website. I would dump everything. End of the story. Okay. My channel just hit the 50,000 subscriber mark. And as a thank you, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my story, how I started this channel, and tell you a little bit about who I am so you know me better. I know you know my name probably by now, and you know I teach SolidWorks, but this is not all I am, and this is not who I am. So I wanted to walk you back in my story and tell you how everything started. Why did I put my very first video back in 2011, a decade ago on YouTube, which was the third ever video on SolidWorks on YouTube, because YouTube was a whole different world back then. My name is Aryan. I'm originally from Iran. I moved to England when I was 21. I studied biomedical engineering in the University of Birmingham. And I always wanted to try new stuff since I remember. I rather go do something rather than just sitting down and analyze its pros and cons and its risk versus reward. I'd rather just do it, get the results, and then decide whether or not I want to keep doing it or I want to stop doing it. So it was the same situation with YouTube. I remember when I was going to search for something for SolidWorks, years on end, there were only 2 videos on YouTube, 2. And I put the third ever video on the topic of SolidWorks on YouTube. It was 2011. You could almost know any content creator on YouTube. At least I thought so. Basically, it was like that. And I thought, okay, why don't I have more videos on SolidWorks when I'm searching for it? Because there were other students like me who were trying to learn SolidWorks, and there was not much on YouTube. And when you are working with a software that is 3D like SolidWorks, you would want to watch something because it's a visual medium. You want to learn it visually. You don't want to read some text and then just translate it in your head into some actual moves and go and do it. So I put the first video on the topic of loft, which sucked. The video was really bad. I mean, the content was really good. The presentation was really bad. The gears were really bad. The audio quality was bad, but actually people were learning from that video because it was getting a lot of views and thumbs up. However, I was getting some hate comments too. For example, one of them was that I was saying the word okay a lot in that video. That turned into a shot game. Every time I said okay, people had to take a shot. I think it was the top comment that said that. Anyways, it went by. It was getting a lot of views, and I completely forgot about YouTube until 2013 when I moved to Germany. I finished my studies in 2012, end of 2012, I moved to Germany, and I spent 15 minutes, I guess, oh no, a little bit more, and recorded a 3-part beginner tutorial for SolidWorks and put it there. And did not even monetize the video or nothing. I just wanted to put it out there, help people. And when I did that, or those 3 videos started getting views like crazy. And I was not even checking it. Like every 1 year or 6 months, I would just go there like, wow, 500,000 views on one video, cool. And that's it. I was not motivated to start my YouTube career or anything. That was not a thing for me in 2013. Because I was working as an intern in a company in Germany. I did not have a permanent visa. I did not have any working visa. I had a student visa, and I was just hoping to get into the industry, to get my working visa and eventually my permanent visa and eventually my passport and citizenship so I can stay in Germany and Europe, you know, coming from Iran with that background. So I was 110% focused on my work, and YouTube was like a hobby on a weekend, like just go watch some stuff, put some stuff there if I wanted to. Time went by until I noticed those 3 videos not only are getting tons of views, they are gathering lots of subscribers for my channel, which I did not intend to. But I had about 8,000 subscribers at that point without being active. I had only 4 videos and 8,000 subscribers until one of my friends pointed this out to me and he said, "Are you monetizing your videos?" I said, "No, I don't know how much money do they give me." And I was not really after that. Then I said, really, do I want to continue this? Do I want to keep posting SolidWorks tutorials? Am I Aryan the SolidWorks guy? And the channel's name back then was just SolidWorks tutorials, not even SolidWorks tutorials with Ryan or Aryan. So I said, okay, let's just give it a shot, make a few more videos and see how the channel grows. And here's what I did wrong. I took the wrong path. I thought maybe if I increase the entertainment element of my videos, then my channel could grow faster. Because I was at that point comparing myself not to other SolidWorks tutorial channels. I was comparing myself to, I guess, Casey Neistat and people like that who would create such entertaining content. So I said, okay, I can mix SolidWorks with that. And I came up with the idea of like role playing with this same friend. I said, you know what? Let's just come up with scenarios. We would go out, we would shoot videos, and we would make SolidWorks tutorials in a fun way, which I did. And the videos are still on my channel. I have made them unlisted, but I don't know. Maybe I would put the link of 1 or 2 of them in the description of this video. You could go check them out for fun. But it did not help my channel grow much, so I lost interest. I went back to work, and then I came back to YouTube. I went back to work, then I came back to YouTube. I was like, I don't know, it's too late. I don't want to waste any more time on YouTube. And at that point, I already had my permanent visa. I was settled in Europe. It was all good. That's why I was able to, or at least I was daring to, be seen around YouTube. The channel was still growing based on the very first few videos that I put out there. Time went by until 2017, where I came across a SolidWorks website, a private one, that was selling SolidWorks tutorials. I reached out to them and I said, can we do an affiliation program? I have a YouTube channel with like 8,000 subscribers. I think it was a little bit more than that. It was about 9,000. And they really liked it. They said, sure, let's do an affiliation. Then I kept talking to them, asking them how much they make based off their tutorials that they sell on their website. And it was a huge number. They were making like 10 or 11,000 euros a month based on that website, which was completely passive. And I was like, wait a minute, they are making my salary in like 3 or 4 months, and I'm working like for a full year for that. And it kind of like made me realize, why don't I make a website? So as I said, I rather just do stuff, and I just made a website. I made a website on Wix, very basic, and I realized, okay, I need a product to sell because I have no product to sell. So I decided to make a product. I had one IKEA lamp on my desk, and I thought, okay, it looks mechanical enough. Let's open it up, measure each and every component, make a video of it, assemble it together, make a tutorial, edit the videos, so on and so forth, and sell it. So I did exactly that. And I had a website and I had a product. I was like, okay, cool, let's just sell it and make some money. How much do I sell it for? At this point, if you haven't created something from scratch and haven't sold it yourself, you don't know how it feels when you want to put a price on your work. At the very least, for the very first time. I was like, oh, $100, 100 euros? That's, I don't know, it's too much. It kind of like gives you an imposter syndrome. Like, I know, I mean, it's, yeah, is it worth 100 euros? So up and down, I put it $36. Dirt cheap for that amount of work that went into that. But anyways, I put it on my website and I started selling a bunch, like 2 or 3. And I was like, okay, that's very good. but it's far from 10 or 11K per month. Why don't I have that much traffic like the other company that I reached out to have? And it turned out my website SEO is not good because I just built a website and I thought, okay, I would put blog tutorials on my website every week. So I started doing that. I started doing that every single week for the next 2 years to come. From one point, I realized it's too much work. I cannot put on blogs. So I started hiring people from Fiverr, from Facebook. Hey, can you make blogs for me? I pay you $5. I pay you $6 per blog. And a lot of people could help me and did help me. And the blogs were going up. But the thing that was not going up was my sales. I was about to give up. I was like, wow, that was a lot of effort for nothing. You know what? Let's just dump the website with everything in it. I don't care. I wanted to do that. I really wanted to dump the website with all those contents about, at that point, 100 contents, blogs on the website. And something inside me said, you know what? Before you dump it, just try something. From that day, I said, you know what? The website is no longer free. It's premium. If you want to read the blogs, you're going to have to pay me $5 per month. And within 1 week, about 100 people signed up. And it just, the story changed. Now I had $500 of cash flow per month, which I did not engineer and I did not count on. I was just putting those blogs to bring traffic to sell the tutorial. Little did I know that these blogs were my flagship product, and that tutorial went out of the window completely and the blogs became my main product. At this point, I have some cash flow and I have more people signing up on my website. I should come up with a better product, better than the first one. And this time I'm going to sell a lot and I can make that 10K. And I was thinking of ideas that I could do. I was thinking, okay, the video was a lot of work. So this time I'm going to make a PDF because it's faster and just type. That's easier. Sure. Little did I know, for the next 1 year, next full 1 year, every day that I came back from work from 5 p.m. to 11 or 12 p.m., 6 or 7 hours every single day, I was putting time creating this PDF. Halfway through, I realized what a mistake. PDF is way, way more difficult than video because in video you just talk and go and it's done. In PDF, I have to go to SolidWorks, take a screenshot, bring that screenshot into PowerPoint. I use PowerPoint to create all those tutorials, then type what they have to do, then put annotations and arrows on those PDF. All right, 1 year, 2,500 pages of PDF. I did it. And again, I started selling some. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. But all I knew was that I'm putting a lot of effort into this and I don't have the know-how how to market this. And I didn't know if my audience even likes such stuff. I had no means of communication with them other than the comments on the YouTube. So to this point, I had 4,000 subscribers on my website, a big ass tutorial with 2,500 pages. And I was like, man, this is a lot of effort and a little reward. So, you know what? Leave it. And then it was already 2018. I knew I would come back to it at some point. I knew I had to make some course teaching people how to learn SolidWorks, not how to create an airplane or a tank or a whatever, because they want to learn SolidWorks. They don't really care if it's a remote control they're building or a tank, as long as they know what they're doing. So I knew the key is the beginner course. And the reason I knew that was that 3-part beginner tutorial I was putting on YouTube in 2013 now had 1.5 million views per video. This was the most reliable statistic that I had. So it could not go wrong. So when one of my friends came to me and he said that he's also really motivated to get into this line of work, he's a student and he has the time. So I thought, okay, I was looking for someone so motivated and dedicated. If he's down, I'm more than happy to give this another shot and create a course. So this time was a little bit different. We could divide the work. I did not have to do everything. I could just put my focus on the content that I'm creating, and he could take care of the back end and communication and the marketing side. I started writing down a curriculum for an absolute beginner course designed for absolute beginners with zero knowledge. And I thought, okay, I could take them from point zero to CSWP, which is the Certified SolidWorks Pro. At that point, I had about 12 years of experience working with SolidWorks. So I started writing down everything I knew is important to learn for a beginner, and every productive tip that I have learned throughout these 12 years of trial and error. And I started sorting them out according to their relevance, importance, and what is based on what. So it was not like they had to jump topics and don't understand the sequence. I made them in the right order. So when they learn A and they're going to learn B, they need to know A. So A comes first. So all of these topics went to a table, a big table with 86 videos. And I said, okay, this is 86 videos. We're going to have to shoot them, script them, edit them, and then they all go on the website, and we started working. It was the end of 2019, about November, just before the pandemic, and I started working after work. I started working after work until Corona became a thing. And people said, and the governments started to tell people to stay home, do home office, which gave me more time to put on the production of that class. And I really, really milked it. And we thought we would do a pre-launch of 80% of so many hours, probably for the last time, because if this time doesn't work, this was the last time that I was putting so many hours of work on creating a tutorial. If the launch is not successful, I'm done creating anything for SolidWorks or for my website. I would dump everything. End of the story. So it had to go well. And we thought, all right, when do we launch? We launch it at 3 a.m. At 3 a.m., I started talking, and because we really put our heart into this product, and it was really important for me that people get the value that I put in this course for them. So at 4 a.m., I finished my webinar, and I was asking people if they have any questions. Ali was taking care of the questions. So we opened the checkout page, and 7,000 euros of purchase went in. And it was it. I was like, at 4 a.m., what? We finished the webinar with 7,500, and it was one of the best feelings I had. At 6 a.m., we were so happy. I could not sleep. But then I knew my journey has just begun. So I kept building on that course, finished it up to 100%. And then I was like, pricing. Again, here I come again. Put a price on the course. Because when we pre-launched it, we sold it at $399. And I was like, man, I'm putting 12 years of experience and I'm giving so many values and bonuses, which are the results of years of effort and money that I have spent. That brings me to this day. It's been 1 year and 8 days since I left my job, and I'm working full time on this course, and I've had my 298th customer today. And when I go back and look at the ratings I'm getting from these customers, not every single person who would enroll would take the time to leave a review, but the 136 to this day who have left 5-star reviews, which really warms my heart. It's really rewarding, and it really makes me happy to see that, okay, all those efforts that I put finally became fruitful, and I could just hit it off. Now it gives me more time to create more contents for you on YouTube. And I'm really happy to have you guys, all 50,100 and something of you, all of you who are watching this now and maybe in the future that made it happen. It really means a lot. Thank you very much. So if you have any suggestions, don't forget to interact, leave comments, share this channel with your friends if you think they are learning SolidWorks. And I might be able to talk to you a little bit more. Also, yeah, if you want me to tell you more about my story, because what I just told you was 2011 to 2021, 10 years. Obviously, there is way more stuff to talk about, things that happened. How did I create the course? Because it took us 1.5 years, two of us, to produce this course. So there is a lot to explain and talk about. So if you're interested, let me know. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and I will see you soon.